Most people have wishes, not goals. They say things like, I want to be successful, or I want to be happy. But what does that mean? Success and happiness look different for everyone. You need to be specific. If you don't know exactly what you want, how will you know when you've got it? When I ask people what they want, they often give me vague answers, but vague goals produce vague results. You've got to be clear. Instead of saying, I want to be rich, say, I want to have a net worth of $1 million by the time I'm 40. Instead of saying, I want to be in shape, say, I want to run a marathon in under 4 hours by this time next year. You see, when you set clear, specific goals, you give your mind a target to aim for. It's like programming your personal GPS. If you don't input a specific destination, how can you expect to arrive anywhere meaningful? But here's the key. Don't just set the goal and forget about it. Review your goals regularly. Write them down and read them every single day. Make them a part of your daily consciousness. Because what you focus on expands, and what you think about, you bring about. Now, let's move on to habit number 2, develop a voracious appetite for learning. Successful people are learners. They're always hungry for knowledge, always looking to improve themselves. You see, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. I've often said that if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you'll make a fortune. And one of the best ways to work on yourself is through continuous learning. Read books, listen to audiobooks, attend seminars, take online courses, find mentors. Whatever you do, never stop learning. The person you'll be in 5 years depends on 2 things, the people you meet and the books you read. Now, I'm not just talking about reading business books or self-help books. Read widely. Read history, read philosophy, read biographies of successful people. Because success leaves clues, and you can find those clues in books. Here's a challenge for you. Read 30 minutes a day, every day, for the next 90 days. I promise you it will change your life. It will expand your vocabulary, increase your knowledge, and give you new ideas and perspectives. It's one of the best investments you can make in yourself. Moving on to habit number 3, take massive action. Knowledge isn't power. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when you act on it. You can read all the books in the world, attend all the seminars, have all the best intentions, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Most people know what they should do. They know they should eat healthier, exercise more, save money, start that business. But knowing isn't enough. You must do. You must act. Because in the end, it's not what you know that determines your success, it's what you do with what you know. I want you to develop a bias towards action. Don't wait until conditions are perfect. They never will be. Don't wait until you feel ready. You'll never feel 100% ready. Start now with what you have where you are. Remember, you don't have to get it perfect, you just have to get it going. You can always course correct along the way. But you can't steer a parked car. You've got to get moving. Now, let's talk about habit number 4, practice disciplined time management. Time is your most valuable asset. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is how they use those 24 hours. Develop the habit of planning your day in advance. Every minute you spend in planning saves 10 minutes in execution. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to plan out your next day. Prioritize your tasks. Focus on the activities that will move you closer to your goals. Remember, not all activities are created equal. Some activities are more valuable than others. Identify the high-value activities in your life and career and focus on those. Don't major in minor things. And here's a key principle: learn to say no. Say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life or doing things that don't align with your goals and values. Habit number 5, cultivate a positive attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. It's not what happens to you that determines your future. It's how you respond to what happens to you. And your response is determined by your attitude. Develop the habit of looking for the positive in every situation. Even in adversity, look for the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Because in every adversity lies the seed of an equivalent or greater opportunity if you have the wisdom to find it. Now, I'm not talking about blind optimism or ignoring reality. I'm talking about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems, on opportunities rather than obstacles. Your attitude is a choice. It's not something that happens to you, it's something you choose. So choose wisely, because your attitude will determine your actions, and your actions will determine your results. Habit number 6, build and nurture relationships. Success is not a solo sport. No one succeeds alone. You need people. You need relationships. Your network is your net worth. Develop the habit of constantly expanding your network. Meet new people. Attend new networking events. Join professional associations, but don't just collect business cards. Build genuine relationships. And it's not just about what others can do for you. It's about what you can do for others. The more value you create for others, the more valuable you become. Give without expecting anything in return. Be a go-giver, not just a go-getter. Nurture your existing relationships too. Stay in touch with old friends and colleagues. Reach out to people regularly. Remember, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. Now, let's move on to habit number 7, take care of your health. Your health is your wealth. Without good health, all the money in the world won't mean much. Develop habits that support your physical and mental well-being. Exercise regularly. Eat nutritious food. Get enough sleep. Manage your stress. These aren't just good health practices, they're good business practices. Because when you take care of your body, you have more energy, more focus, more productivity. Remember, your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. Take good care of it. It's the only place you have to live. Habit number 8, practice financial discipline. Most people are in the habit of spending first and saving what's left. Successful people do the opposite. They save first and spend what's left. Develop the habit of paying yourself first. Set aside a portion of your income before you spend a dime. It doesn't matter how much you make, it matters how much you keep. Learn to live below your means. Don't spend money you don't have to buy things you don't need to impress people you don't like. That's a recipe for financial disaster. Invest in your future. Learn about investing. Make your money work for you. Remember, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Habit number 9, embrace continuous improvement. Success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you achieve once and then you're done. It's something you must work at every single day. Develop the habit of continuous improvement. Always look for ways to get better, to do better, to be better. Set higher standards for yourself than anyone else would set for you. Remember, if you're not growing, you're dying. There's no standing still in life. You're either moving forward or you're falling behind. Ask yourself every day, how can I add more value? How can I serve better? How can I improve my skills? How can I become more valuable in the marketplace? And finally, habit number 10, practice gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a habit. And it's one of the most powerful habits you can develop. When you're grateful for what you have, you'll find you have more to be grateful for. Develop the habit of expressing gratitude every day. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. It will change your perspective, it will change your attitude, and ultimately it will change your life. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. It turns problems into opportunities. It turns ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on these 10 habits. Set clear, specific goals. Develop a voracious appetite for learning. Take massive action. Practice disciplined time management. Cultivate a positive attitude. Build and nurture relationships. Take care of your health. Practice financial discipline. Embrace continuous improvement. And practice gratitude. These habits, when practiced consistently, will transform your life. They will take you from where you are to where you want to be. They will help you achieve the success you desire and deserve. But here's the thing, knowing these habits isn't enough. You must apply them. You must make them a part of your daily life. Because remember, it's not what you know that determines your success, it's what you do with what you know. So let me ask you, which of these habits will you start implementing today? Which one resonates with you the most? Which one do you think could have the biggest impact on your life right now? You see, success is not an accident. It's a choice. It's a series of choices you make every single day. And these habits are the choices that successful people make consistently. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You might be thinking, Jim, this sounds great, but it's too hard. I can't adopt all these habits at once. And you're right, you can't adopt all these habits overnight. But you can start with one. Pick one habit, just one, and commit to practicing it for the next 30 days. Because here's a profound truth: you don't decide your future. You decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. And remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. You don't have to do these habits perfectly. You just have to do them consistently, because small, consistent actions over time lead to massive results. Think about it this way. If you improve just 1% each day, in 70 days, you'll be twice as good as you are today. That's the power of consistent, incremental improvement. Now, let's talk about why these habits are so crucial for success. You see, success doesn't just happen. It's not a matter of luck or chance. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. These habits are the fundamentals of success. They're the daily practices that, over time, create extraordinary results. They're the small hinges that swing big doors. Let's take a closer look at each habit and why it's so important. Setting clear, specific goals is crucial because it gives you direction. Without clear goals, you're like a ship without a destination. You might be moving, but you're not going anywhere specific. Clear goals give you focus, they give you motivation, and they give you a way to measure your progress. Developing a voracious appetite for learning is important because in today's rapidly changing world, if you're not continuously learning, you're falling behind. The person who doesn't read is no better off than the person who can't read. Learning keeps you relevant, it keeps you growing, and it opens up new opportunities. Taking massive action is vital because ideas without action are worthless. The world doesn't pay you for what you know, it pays you for what you do. Action takers are the ones who make things happen. They're the ones who turn dreams into reality. Practicing disciplined time management is crucial because time is your most precious resource. You can't make more of it, you can't save it for later. How you use your time determines the quality of your life and the level of your success. Cultivating a positive attitude is important because your attitude determines your approach to life. It affects how you interact with others, how you handle challenges, and how you perceive opportunities. A positive attitude doesn't just make you more pleasant to be around. It makes you more resilient, more creative, and more successful. Building and nurturing relationships is vital because success is a team sport. No one succeeds alone. Your relationships can open doors, provide support, offer opportunities, and enrich your life in countless ways. Taking care of your health is crucial because your body is the vehicle through which you experience life and pursue your goals. Without good health, everything else becomes more difficult. Practicing financial discipline is important because money is a tool that can help you achieve your goals and live the life you want. But if you don't manage it well, it can become a source of stress and limitation. Embracing continuous improvement is vital because in a world that's constantly changing, if you're not getting better, you're falling behind. Continuous improvement keeps you growing, keeps you relevant, and keeps you moving towards your goals. And finally, practicing gratitude is important because it shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It improves your mood, enhances your relationships, and even has physical health benefits. Gratitude is like a magnet for abundance and positivity in your life. Now, I want you to understand something important. These habits are not just about achieving external success. They're about becoming the best version of yourself. They're about personal growth and fulfillment. You see, true success isn't just about making money or achieving fame. It's about becoming the person you have the potential to be. It's about living a life of purpose and meaning. It's about making a positive impact on the world around you. These habits will not only help you achieve your goals, they'll help you become a better person. They'll help you develop character, integrity, and resilience. They'll help you live a life you can be proud of. And here's something else to consider. These habits don't just benefit you. They benefit everyone around you. When you improve yourself, you improve your capacity to serve others. When you grow, you have more to give. When you succeed, you're in a better position to help others succeed. So adopting these habits isn't just a personal responsibility, it's a social responsibility. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so you can make the biggest possible contribution to the world. Now, let's talk about implementation. Because knowing these habits is one thing, but implementing them is another. And implementation is where the rubber meets the road. First, start small. Don't try to change everything overnight. Pick one habit and focus on it for 30 days. Once it becomes a part of your routine, add another one. Second, be patient with yourself. Forming new habits takes time. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. If you slip up, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track as soon as possible. Third, track your progress. Keep a journal or use a habit tracking app. Seeing your progress can be incredibly motivating. Fourth, find an accountability partner. Share your goals with someone who will support you and hold you accountable. Having someone to answer to can be a powerful motivator. Fifth, celebrate your wins no matter how small. Recognizing your progress will encourage you to keep going. Remember, success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about consistent effort over time. It's about making these habits a part of who you are, not just something you do. Now let me share with you a powerful concept, the compound effect. This concept, popularized by Darren Hardy, states that small, consistent actions over time create massive results. Think about it this way. If you save just $100 a month and invest it with an average return of 7% per year, in 40 years, you'll have over $250,000. That's the power of compound interest. The same principle applies to these habits. Each habit practiced consistently compounds over time to create extraordinary results. Reading 30 minutes a day might not seem like much, but over a year, that's 182.5 hours of reading. That's equivalent to reading about 18 books in a year. Imagine how much knowledge you'll gain, how much your perspective will expand. Improving yourself by just 1% each day might not seem significant, but compounded over a year, that's an improvement of 37 times. That's massive growth. So don't underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They're the key to long-term success. Now, let's address some common obstacles you might face as you try to adopt these habits. One common obstacle is lack of time. You might think, I'm already so busy, how can I find time for all these habits? But here's the truth. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's not about finding time, it's about making time. It's about prioritizing what's important. Remember, these habits are investments in yourself. They're not extras, they're essentials. They're not nice-to-haves, they're must-haves if you want to succeed. Another obstacle is lack of motivation. You might start strong with these habits, but then lose steam over time. This is where discipline comes in. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making a commitment to yourself and honoring that commitment, regardless of how you feel. Remember, successful people do what unsuccessful people are unwilling to do. They make sacrifices in the short term for long-term gains. They understand that temporary discomfort leads to lasting improvement. Another challenge you might face is the influence of your environment. You might be surrounded by people who don't understand or support your new habits. This is where you need to be strong. You might need to limit your time with negative influences and seek out positive ones. Remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely. Now let's talk about the ripple effect of these habits. When you adopt these habits, you're not just changing yourself, you're changing the world around you. Your new habits will influence your family, your friends, your colleagues. You'll become a role model, an inspiration to others. Your success will create opportunities for others to succeed. As you implement these habits, you'll start to see changes in your life. At first, these changes might be small. You might have a little more energy, a little more focus. You might start to see small improvements in your work or your relationships. But over time, these small changes will compound into significant transformations. You'll start to achieve goals you once thought were impossible. You'll develop skills and knowledge that make you more valuable in the marketplace. You'll build relationships that enrich your life in countless ways. You'll experience a level of health and vitality that allows you to fully engage with life. But perhaps most importantly, you'll develop a deep sense of confidence and self-respect. You'll know that you're living up to your potential, that you're becoming the best version of yourself. And that, my friends, is the true measure of success. So as we conclude our time together, I want to leave you with this thought: your life is your masterpiece. These habits are your tools. Use them wisely, use them consistently, and watch as you create a life of extraordinary success and fulfillment. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being better today than you were yesterday. It's about progress, not perfection. So go forth, adopt these habits, and create the life you've always dreamed of. The world is waiting for your unique contribution. Don't keep it waiting any longer.